Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. My name is Myriad, and today we are doing a card tutorial. I'm going to be teaching you how to create the design you see on the screen, or at least a design similar to this. So some things I want to mention is, of course, this video was highly requested by many people. I've received so many DMs and messages from people asking me how I do my cards, so I thought I'd just create this quick tutorial. So before we start, I do want to make some statements. One, I'm using Photoshop. You can also maybe even follow along on Gimp. If you're familiar with that program, you may be able to translate what I'm doing on Photoshop to Gimp. And some requirements you're going to need for the design is I'm leaving a template in the description. It will be a template with the base, so the base will have this. You'll have the card details with the name bar and the actual lead card, and then dimensions of 1024 by 1024. Also, you'll be needing the fonts for the card design, or the card details, which is Myriad Pro regular, I believe that's on every computer, and Roboto Condensed regular, which I think you're gonna have to find or download off the internet. So that's all for the requirements and prerequisites. Now let's hop into the design. So we're here on the template. This is what you're going to be seeing once you download the actual template for me. A card design with a little folder that says card details, which contains the name, the position, my logo, I might change that, and the rating, and also the name bar and the lead card. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to want to create the background. So we're going to hide the card details, hide the name bar, and we're going to go to our pen tool, and we're going to just create our outline. So this is my rough draft of my outline, but of course it's not perfect. As you see, we don't encompass the whole part, it's very straight. So I'm just going to be fixing it by using add anchor points and just using the direct selection tool to just fix up the design and the selection. This isn't going to be perfect. And it looks good to me. Just one more anchor point here. Ta-da. So now we're going to go back to the pen tool, and we're going to go up here where it says make, click selection, and we're just going to press OK. And now we have our selection. So now we're just going to press new layer, and we're going to choose any color, black, whatever, and press Alt backspace to fill in our selection. We're going to press Control D to deselect, and now we have our background. So one thing that I usually do is I'll rename this background, backup, lock the layer, and put it into a folder called background. I'm then going to put in the folder and duplicate the layer. As a duplication, I'm just going to call it background, and this one, the one called background, is one we're designing, so I'm just going to hide the backup and unlock this one. So of course I do want to change the color of it, so I have this color copy and paste. The color ID is 11203D. It is a dark blue, so we're going to select it and press Alt backspace to fill in the selection. So for this part, I'm just going to speed up my design process of the background, because I don't feel like I need to really go step by step through this, because I don't want people copying my designs, right? I don't want people to copy my style. I want people to develop their own styles for their creating designs. I want you guys learning right now to create your design the way you want it to be created, right? So you should go and download FIFA 17 brushes like I have, and then make the design you want, and then add the cool effects, right? And these effects, you don't need to learn from me. You can Google them. You can Google glowing effect, you can Google overlay effect, transparency, you know. These are very simple things you can do, or just Google, which you don't need to see from my tutorial. So that's pretty much why I'm speeding up. And if worse comes to worse and you really want to know what I'm doing, just slow down the video using the YouTube settings, and then you can follow step by step by like mirroring my movements. So that's it for the design. Alright, so now it becomes the important part. We're going to be adding in our player. So I have this Mertens render just available in my Photoshop. You can get a bunch of awesome player renders from footyrenders.com. As you see, this is where I got mine. This is where I get all my renders. That will also be linked in the description down below. So we're going to go back here, we're going to copy him, just paste him here. You see he's too big. We're just going to want to size him down so he fits the card. Of course, you want, the way the cards are usually done, you have his waist at the bottom so we can see his badge and his shoulders. His shoulders should be right above the, name bar, depending on your render. It's always different. We're going to want to copy the layer mask. We're going to hold Alt and drag the layer mask onto our player. And there we go. So right now, the card's pretty much finished. We can click the text tool, change the name to Mertens, and it looks like a completely done card. But you're going to notice on a lot of my card designs and on the FIFA card design, there's always a lighting, something that shines on the player. There is a very simple way to do, which is create a new layer, go to the gradient, reset it, get white, choose the gradient of white to transparency, and just drag it across like this, and then press overlay, and then just create a clipping mask so that it goes onto the player. So that is it, everyone. That is the design. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Make sure to leave a like if this did help you, and leave a comment. You know, if you have any questions, I'll be sure to answer them if I have time. But that's pretty much it. Thank you all so much for watching once more, and I'll see you in the next video. So long, take care, bye bye.